Hi, I'm Zach with Champion Aerospace. Gapping your spark plugs is an important role in maintaining the integrity of your piston ignition system. The wider the gap, the more voltage and energy it takes to arc that gap. A spark plug gapped at 15 or 16 thou, only requires about 6,000 to 8,000 volts to spark. An old plug that's gapped over 22 thou may take up to 15,000 volts to spark. While a magneto at low RPM, such as cranking speeds, generally puts out somewhere between 8 and 10,000 volts. So if all of your plugs are gapped beyond our recommended service limit, there's a good chance that you may not be starting your aircraft that day. So it is very important that you're pulling your spark plugs every 50 or 75 hours to inspect them and to gap them. For massive electrode plugs, we recommend a gap of between 16 and 21 thou, and for fine wire plugs, we recommend a gap of 15 to 19 thou. So I like to use a feeler gauge here. This is our CT450 feeler gauge, and it's got different gauges for different gaps. So all I want to do is make sure that the 15 thou goes through, that way it's at least 16 thou, and that the 22 thou does not go through, that way it's at least 21 thou or under. So in this case, this is a brand new spark plug, so I saw the 15 thou goes through and the 22 thou does not. So this is a good plug that can get returned to service. If you do need to gap your spark plugs, it's very important that you provide as much inward pressure as you do downward pressure. One of my favorite tools is this tool here. It's our CT415 gapping gauge, and it allows you to seat the plug in and then very precisely set the gap. And this does provide as much downward pressure as outward pressure or inward pressure. If you do over gap the plug, you want to make sure that you don't try to bring the electrode back out. In addition to damaging the electrode, you can also damage the ceramic on the inside. So make sure your spark plugs are gapped between 15 and 21 thou. That's going to help maintain the integrity of your ignition system and allow your aircraft to start and operate properly.